Friends, Brian here for Yes You Can Play Guitar. How are you guys doing? Friends, this is going to be a Patreon request, and I'm going to give a big shout out to a Patreon and a big supporter of my channel, Mr. Timothy Sharp. Tim, how are you doing? Your support is greatly appreciated. Timothy Sharp, I'm sorry. I'm in my 50s now, my friends. I need my spectacles. Anybody in their 40s, late 40s, approaching 50, you know what I'm talking about. Tim told me, he said he'd like to see the live performance of Homura plus Akatsuki no Ito by the Wagakki band. Guitarist is a gun. And so is the rest of the band. Traditional Japanese instruments mixed with rock. Really cool. Timothy, we are going to check it out right now. And again, I appreciate your support. So let's check it out. Well, he definitely has a pick slide technique down. my friends, she's singing about flowers and butterflies, and I'm like totally engrossed in this. This is just like the most amazing stuff ever. I never ever thought ever in my lifetime that I'd be like banging my head to some type of wooden flute kind of solo thing, but this is just ripping. I love this. Did he take his mask off? I was digging the mask. Timothy Sharp, I'm digging it. So, wow, like, let's just, where do I start with this? Japan is just kicking ass with music. And, having been around a while, having done a lot of reactions, having been around music and playing since the 80s, since I've been playing guitar, I'm a baby of the 70s. But, when you do a reaction channel, I've mentioned this to you guys a lot, but when you do a reaction channel, I don't know if you guys have recently noticed on YouTube the flood of a lot of like songs and performances by all these kind of newer metal bands at different festivals around Europe and stuff. And like, I try to not watch that kind of thing in case I get a reaction request for one of these bands. But a few weeks ago, I was kind of watching some of these new bands. They looked interesting. I watched a couple of videos. I don't remember the names of the bands. I remember how they look. And it was just kind of like, we've kind of heard this before. They've just tuned down lower, But like Japan, one of the things that amazes me about it is all these bands, they have all these influences and they put their own spin on it. They're all amazing, whether it's baby metal, where it's Love Bites, where it's Bandmade, where it's, Asterism. And now this band here, like, this was just wild. This was incredible. The guitar player was fantastic. Shades of Steve Vai a little bit, one of his influences. He was a fantastic guitar player. I dug the mask. I thought the mask was really cool. I think I've told you guys the story. I've always been enamored with Japan and the culture. I remember about 15 years ago, I had a guitar student, and his parents were from Japan, and I actually traded the guitar lessons for Japanese lessons for me. So I learned how to, write hiragana and everything. Of course, I didn't keep it up and whatever, but I still remember a few different things like, Kore wa nan desu ka? Kuko, wakarimashita, all that stuff. But there's just something so fascinating about Japan. Now, being a Canadian, I'd love to live there, but at the same time, I'm looking at like, what's the healthcare thing? What's the situation there with healthcare? But I thought it was amazing. The dude with that wooden flute thing. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Like, I don't know or don't remember the exact names of some of those instruments. I have seen and heard of some of them before, especially the 4-string instrument. I believe she was playing. She was phenomenal at it. That dude with that wooden flute, he was intense, bro. There was pure intensity there. But it's just, I love the way they all have these different spin-offs of what they do. They're all unique. They're all different. It's not, you're kind of like, what I'm trying to say, some bands, it's kind of like, oh, this kind of thing again. Oh, this kind of thing again. Oh, this. You know, and these new bands come out that I was mentioning before, and they have all these crazy different looks and everything, but it's really, when it comes down to it, it's all kind of the same stuff. So I love it. I'm digging this Japan vibe. I'm digging this trip through a lot of this Japanese music. And, you know, Timothy Sharp, you know, again, Patreon. All my patrons are greatly appreciated. Sometimes, like this week, it's been very busy. You know, if you're a guitar instructor, you know what I'm talking about. This is where things start getting really busy again. Been a lot going on, so I haven't been putting out as much content the past week, but we're going to be pumping out some more here. But this is a Patreon appreciation, and Timothy Sharp, this was fantastic. I'd like to learn more about this band. If you guys could comment below, fill me in more. And if there's some other songs or performances from this band, if you could let me know. Sometimes, guys, YouTube's a little funny when you post links of stuff in the comments. And I want you all to know I don't delete comments. There's only a couple of times where some people posted some really offensive stuff that I had to take down. That only happened a couple of times during the life of this channel. But if you really have a link of a performance that you'd like to see me react to or you think I might like, just email it to me at yesyoucanplayguitar@gmail.com. This was fantastic. Thank you so much, Timothy Sharp. And remember, guys, practice hard, but practice smart, and we'll see you soon.